Get readable glasses on. Gotta be a professional to be able to just sit down and. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Check 1, 2. Live from Soda Springs High School. It's the Salmon Savages against the Soda Springs Cardinals. Check 1, 2. Well, that makes sense because I'm delayed. Mhm. What I do is I try to keep the coach track. I told you that, right? Most of the big four have to get now. Aesthetic and free. Hello, everyone. Very pleasant good afternoon. Early start this afternoon. In fact, if it hadn't have been for Brandon Moldenhauer, I would have showed up at 4:30. They did announce it yesterday in last night's game, but I can't hear with a headset on. And so Brandon called me, and I called Shawnee, and she goes, "Yeah, 1 o'clock, no C team. We've got the JV team just about ready to start." And I guess I've done this long enough that I can just sit down and start talking. That's basically what we're going to do. It's the Salmon Savages in town, and they wear black and orange. Soda defeated Salmon by about 30 up there. And we'll see how tonight goes. Coach Tanner Myers talking over his final X's and O's with his Cardinals. Junior varsity game just about ready to start. And I'll just have to pick up starters. Oh, put my glasses on. That's why I can't see. Jumping for Salmon will be Jack Lewis. And it'll be Mon stepping into the jump circle. Salmon in black with orange numbers. We're ready to go. Tap comes down. Mon got way up there, but missed the tap. Ball goes to the left side. Shot is up. That's off. Down with the rebound is Browning. Browning will bring it into the forecourt for Soda straight away. He works against Shepard. Goes around the arc into the corner. They work it to Peterson. Peterson underneath the Mon, and Mon banks it in. 2-0. Soda. Does it sound like I just got out of my car and walked in here? That's kind of what I did. Browning with the steal in the back court. Browning into the forecourt underneath. Horsley puts it up, lays it off the rim. Down Hanson battles for it. Comes out of there. Horsley goes to Peterson up on the right elbow. Comes back outside to Browning. Browning across the top to Mon. Mon drives in, rims out. A rebound down to the Savages. It is, let me check number, Hobbs. Hobbs will bring it back up top. Can't read my own writing. Hang on. To Philco, I guess that's how you say that. Ball comes around to Hyde. Goes straight away to Shepard. Shepard back over to Orr on the angle. Soda in a man defense. There's a drive taken away by Horsley. Lead pass to Peterson. Peterson goes in off the right side and he's fouled. 2-0. Soda gonna have a blocking foul, be a 2-shot foul. And that'll send Colton Peterson to the free throw line. Now foul went against Carson Shepard. First foul of the afternoon, I should say. And good afternoon. Pete with the first shot. That's up and dances on the rim and drops in. Nice shooter's touch for Peterson. 3-0. Soda Junior Varsity. One more for Colton Peterson. Shot is up and that one splash. 4-zip. Soda. Full court pressure as the ball comes into Shepard. In the back court, it's Hobbs. Hobbs gets it up, stolen away by Peterson, saved it from going out of bounds, gets it to Browning. And Browning, they're going to say he was fouled before he put the shot up. And that foul is going to go against Hobbs. Soda ball out underneath their own basket. Drop it into Pete. Pete has an open three from the right corner. That rims out. Rebound goes down to Hobbs. Falco bring it up the floor. And we got a foul on Soda.
Hey, no, he's there. Put him on your back.
FEA. Well, that's field goal. To inbound the ball for the Savages, Hobbs. He'll get it into the back court to Philco. Philco will bring it into the forecourt against Horsley. Goes over to Hobbs on the left angle underneath. Leaning in is Hyde. Puts a shot up, no good. And Peterson down with the rebound, almost taken away. Lead pass. Ball comes up Horsley. Horsley back to Browning. Browning back up top to Peterson. Peterson goes to Horsley. Had the shot partially blocked by Shepard. Ball put back up and in. I believe that was Mon. Full court pressure, timeout. Salmon. I don't know if you've ever been up into the Salmon area. It's just gorgeous up there. Of course, they belong to District 6 with Firth and North Fremont and Ryrie. 4, make it 6, 2-0. 2 baskets by Blake Mon and Colton Peterson, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Soda in their home white with red numbers. Salmon, black uniforms with orange numbers. Almost seems like everybody in Idaho is either red and black or orange and black. 5:21 to go in the first quarter of the junior varsity game. The ball will come into Falcon. Let me say it, Falcon. That's a, no, Falco. That's how I'm going to say it. Ball is knocked away. Hansen comes up with it. Lead pass underneath. They drop it to Horsley from Peterson back outside Browning. Middle of the paint, puts it up. That rims out, but he was fouled. Mackay Browning will go to the free throw line. And that foul went against Shepard. That's his second. Checking in is going to be Phillips for the Savages. Shot is up. Splash. Browning hits the first one. He'll get one more. Checking out. He has 2 fouls. It'll be Carson Shepard. Browning, one more. Soda, 3 for 3. 4 for 4. From the free throw line, they lead 8-0. Falco to the forecourt, works over to the left side on the angle. Phillips will bring it across the elbow, kicked it. Browning comes up with it. Browning will push it into the forecourt. Pulls up, lets the traffic clear. Right side, Peterson, open 3, dances on the rim. Horsley with the rebound, puts it back up and in. Soda, no pressure. They lead 10-0 as Hobbs will bring it into the forecourt, picked up by Mon, gets it over to Phillips. Phillips back up top between the rings. Mon reaches, he gets it to Hobbs. Right side, they work at the or on the right angle against Horsley. Tough defense by the Card. Ball goes to Phillips. Phillips just inside the free throw line. Lewis had the rebound, lost it. Soda comes away with it. Back the other way. Caleb Hansen in the middle of the paint. Browning. Browning off the left side, lays it in with the right hand. 12-0. Soda. Hobbs will walk it into the forecourt.
No ball.
Ball goes over to the left side, now in the corner. Back to Felco. Felco, bring it back outside. Tough man defense. Ball is raked away by Browning. It's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say that Salmon, last ones to touch it. McAllister will check in, and Harrison will check in for the Cardinals. Full court pressure by Salmon. Ball comes into Peterson. Long lead pass to McAllister. He's all alone. Goes in with the left hand and scores. 14-0 here in the first quarter. Velco into the forecourt. Picked up by McAllister. Ball knocked away by Ethan Gonzalez. It goes out of bounds. Wow. They say Hobbs was the last one to touch it. Dallin Hobbs. Gonzalez gets it into Harrison. Harrison into the forecourt to McAllister on the left wing. Back up top to Browning. Browning between the circles, right side to Peterson. 3-point shot by Pete. No good. Gonzalez with the rebound. McAllister tried to put it up. Browning fights for it. It's knocked out of bounds. And it'll belong to Salmon. Checking in will be Hunter Anderson for the Savages. Checking out will be Dallin Hobbs. Lewis and Bowman check in for Soda. Saturday afternoon game, and that is so Salmon can get back home. Well, get back home at least before 2 in the morning, that's for sure. Goes to the angle, then in the corner, lefty from the corner. That's Anderson, that's off. Bowman, lead pass. McAllister, left wing, cross the back. Harrison, about a 12-footer off the right side, no good. Ball is knocked away. Harrison comes up with it. Bowman outside. Goes to Lewis, over to McAllister, 18-footer, that was long. But Harrison puts the ball up, splash, Harrison along the baseline. 16-0. Walking up is Felco. Felco will leave it on the wing to Phillips. Phillips against Bowman, man-to-man defense. Phillips on the angle. McAllister knocks it away. McAllister down the left side, puts it up with the left hand, laid it up short. Rebound. Let's see how they called this one. McAllister ended up right on the back of his lap. And they're going to call that against Phillips. And that'll be Phillips' first personal foul. That is 4 fouls against Salmon. Checking in. It's going to be Malum. That's how you say that. Mualem. And Lewis will check out. Ball comes in. McAllister about a 10-footer. Lewis with the rebound. Lewis back out. Gonzalez open 3. Got it. 3-point shot by Ethan Gonzalez. Where'd you go, Ethan?
Standing right next to each other.
Outside is Anderson. Velko around the arc, left side, goes down into the corner. We've got to reach, probably Lewis. Lewis, just a freshman.
Get some cuts, Black. Let's move.
104 to go in the first quarter. 19-0. Soda. Goes over on the angle to Phillips. Got another whistle. And that's going to be Lewis again. 3 fouls now on Soda. 4 on Salmon. Anderson inbounds the ball to Felco. 3-point shot. Good. Felco off the right top of the arc. 45 seconds. Ball comes up to Harrison. To Gonzalez. Gonzalez is trapped down in the low blocks. Double teamed. Ball taken away. Phillips comes up with it to Felco. Felco into the fourth court, stops at the right angle. Gonzalez cuts him off, goes around the arc, left side, and got another whistle or travel. Called him for the walk. 24.2 seconds to go in the first. 19-3. Bowman to inbound the ball for the Cards. Ball comes into McAllister. McAllister over to Harrison on the right angle. Back door to Bowman. Nobody there, and Bowman lays it in. Really balanced scoring for the Cards. Almost everybody is in the scorebook. 3-point shot. Banked it in. Wow. Downtown, that's the end of the first quarters. That was Felco. 6-21. Felco with 2 3-point shots for Salmon. That's it for Salmon. Let me add up Soda for you. Makai Browning with 4 points. Caleb Hansen played, did not score. I don't remember whether I saw Martinson get in or not. Don't have him for any points. Blake Mon had 2 for 4 points. 2 points for Junior Horsley. Tragan Lewis played, did not score. Dawson McAllister hit a basket for 2. Isaiah Bowman hit a basket for 2. Colton Peterson, 2 for 2 from the free throw line for 2 points. Braxton Harrison hit a bucket for 2. And Ethan Gonzalez hit a 3 for 3 points. Soda was 4 for 4 from the free throw line, committed 2 personal fouls. We'll go to the second quarter with Soda leading 21-6.
Go, Salmon.
Alternate possession should belong to Soda.
Box out on rebounds. Gets loose ball.
It'll be Caleb Hansen. He'll get the ball in to Blake Mon. Mon over to Peterson on the angle on the left side. Back up top to Mon. Mon drives down the right side in the corner. Hansen, 3-point shot. Rebound down to Peterson. Pete in the middle of the paint. Leans, fakes, puts the shot up. Shot was blocked. But I think they're going to call a foul. And that is going to go against... said 10. That has to be a varsity player. Kohlberg. Shot up by Pete is good. He is 3 for 3 from the line. Colton Peterson, a junior. He'll put one more up. That one banks out. Browning with the rebound. Browning turns, shoots, won't go. Ball is loose. Taken by Mollum. Into the fourth court is Anderson for the Savages. Goes over to Mollum. Down in the corner. Felco brings it back up top to Mollum. Mollum knocks the ball away. It's loose on the floor. Peterson comes up with it. Pete into the fourth court. Up top to Browning. Browning backs it out. Left side. Hansen underneath to Mon. Mon turns, shoots, hits the side of the backboard. Felco into the fourth court for the Savages. Goes to the left side. And again, I think that I was finished writing his name down. Kohlberg. Boy, did I have to write fast. I would have been early here at 4:30, but the game starts at 1. Left side, Kohlberg deep shot. That banks off no good, but the Savage is down with the rebound. Kohlberg back up top to Anderson. Goes to Filko. Filko between the circles working against Mon. Will leave it for Anderson on the left angle. Goes in the corner. Quick shot up. Nice shot by Kohlberg. And that's a 3-point shot. And Savage's 9 points are all 3-point shots. Ball comes up top, back to Peterson, back to Anderson. Anderson in the corner, Browning, 3-point shot. And we got a foul. You call 3 seconds? We don't call that anymore. I think I've seen it once or twice this year. Doesn't say that it doesn't happen like every minute. Into the forecourt is Felko. He'll get the ball to Orr. Lewis, left side, Kohlberg. Ball is raked away by Browning. Browning will get it up to Peterson. Shot to Horsley in the middle of the paint, and Junior drops it in. 4 points for Horsley, 24-9. Soda. Bounce pass. That goes over on the angle. Now it's down in the corner. Back to Anderson. Anderson, 3-point shot. Little bump there by Mon. Peterson is bumped by Kohlberg. Kohlberg is a junior. Probably the second foul in this quarter. Kohlberg's second foul. Peterson will get the ball into Browning. Mackay into the forecourt will leave it back between the circles to Pete. Over to Mon on the right angle. Browning straight away. Left side Peterson. Peterson straight up top to Blake Mon. Mon drives on Anderson. Kicks it to Browning. Browning back over to Mon on the wing. Mon drives to the baseline. 12 seconds. 3-point shot. Peterson. He hits the deck. Browning drives in with the rebound. And I think we got a foul as Browning drove. And it's going to go against Lewis. That's his first on Jack Lewis. Jack Lewis he's a big kid. Ball comes in, goes to Peterson in the corner. Mon mid blocks, puts a shot up, soft touch, drops it in. 6 points for Mon. 26-9. Soda junior varsity. Ball goes over the left angle to Orr. Anderson on the left wing, covered by Browning, back outside to Shepard. Shepard works between the circles. 3-point shot. Oh, the ball stuck. We had that happen last night. Two soda kids trying to knock the ball out, get a ball and knock it out of there. Mon jumps up. That's 0 for 4. And then they hit the ball. That's 0 for 5. And finally, they knocked the ball out. Had that happen last night in the girls' game. They did a little better job of getting the ball out of the crack of the rim there. The Salmon ball out along their own baseline. 26-9. Soda with the lead. Salmon with the basketball. Bounce pass comes in. Nice shot. That is 8 points for Gavin Felko. Peterson into the forecourt. Across the top of the defense. Mon lost it off his foot. Whoop. One referee pointed one way and the other one pointed the other way. I thought that went off of Soda. Soda will have the ball along their own baseline. It'll be Caleb Hansen to inbound the ball. Comes into Peterson on the left wing, back to Hansen. What a pretty shot by Caleb Hansen. About a 6-footer off the left side of the baseline. Ball goes to Hobbs. Down in the right corner, they work it to Orr. Back to Hobbs. Inside to Lewis. Lewis lost it. Not sure that one was right.
Go, Carson.
That looked like that one bounced off the big guy and ran out of bounds. A lot of pro football. 2 games today, 3 tomorrow, and 1 Monday. I'll get those games to you. Harrison knocks the ball straight in the air. As I mentioned, I just kind of walked in and started talking. I would have been here at 4:30, and I think it would have all been over, and Salmon would have been halfway back there to Salmon. A little shot by Gavin Silkel on the inbounds pass. He has 10 points. Bowman gets the ball up top to McAllister. McAllister drives to the right elbow, kicks it to Harrison, back to Bowman, high post. Lewis over to McAllister on the right wing, down in the low blocks. Ball taken away. Kohlberg hooks a pass over the head of Hobbs. 28-13, a 15-point lead for the Soda Junior Varsity. Bowman will bring it into the forecourt, goes to Harrison. McAllister, left wing, pulls up about 10 feet. That's knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Salmon. No, changed his mind. Well, that's a couple of times. I got it, you take it. Harrison gets the ball in. McAllister from the right corner, no good. And Kohlberg down with the rebound. Pushes hard into the forecourt. 3-point shot. Philco, that is his third 3-point shot to go with 2 twos for 13 points. Bowman to McAllister on the angle. McAllister across the top of the defense to Bowman. Bowman right side up top to Harrison. Bowman fakes, drives, pulls up 10 feet along the baseline. That was down, come back out. McAllister puts the shot up and he was fouled. 28-16, 2:26 to go until halftime. At the line, Dawson McAllister. He's a sophomore. At least I wrote him in the book as a sophomore.
Body him up.
Misses the first free throw. He'll get one more. He has 2 points on the night. Second shot. And that one banks off no good. And Felco down with the rebound. Felco into the forecourt. 2:20 to go until halftime. Hobbs down into the corner to Kohlberg. Underneath. Felco put the shot up and he was fouled. He's a good little player. Just a freshman. That foul went against Bowman. And Felco will go to the free throw line. That's 13 points. Shot is up and good. We'll get one more. Checking back in will be Phillips, and Kohlberg will check out for the Savages. 28-17. Second shot on the way. Got them both. Just a freshman. He's a nice player. Bowman into the forecourt. Gets it over the right side to Harrison. Harrison drives. Bowman, standing on the baseline, took the pass, but his heels were on the line. So that's out of bounds. Savage is making a little run. That'll bring Mon and Peterson off the bench for Soda. Gonzalez and Lewis will check out. Bounce pass comes in from Felco to Hobbs, back to Felco. Felco up top between the circles. Hobbs swings out, left angle. Felco straight away, 22-footer, rims out. McAllister with the rebound. Lead pass down to Mon. Mon leans in and dropped it in. Wow, he really stretched on that one. Get it over the top of the defender. And Mon with 8 points. Ball goes over to Felco on the right wing, covered by Bowman. Left side to Hobbs underneath. Shot muscled up, no good. Tapped around, knocked out of bounds. And that was knocked out of Mon's hands from behind. Mon will bring it into the forecourt to Bowman on the wing. Comes back outside to Pete. Bowman, right wing, deep shot. That's no good. Lewis or Harrison with the rebound. Mon pulls up 15 feet. That's no good. McAllister tried to keep it alive, lost it out of bounds. 30-18, a 12-point lead. Felco will bring the ball up the floor. Bowman will pick him up in a man defense over to the right side to Phillips. Underneath, all alone, missed the layup. Hobbs. And Peterson down with the rebound. That was a nice backdoor cut, but he just didn't finish it. Pete drives in and scores. That is 5 points for Peterson. 25 seconds to go until halftime. Philco outside. Sort of had an 18-point lead. Salmon's battled back a little bit. Left wing. Work it to Hobbs. Hobbs up top to Phillips. Phillips from the elbow. Shot is up. Lewis with the rebound. It's loose on the floor, and the clock is just about run out. Tied up, alternate possession, no timeout was called. Well, good luck with that, with only 0.5 seconds. 32-18. Yeah, I was just behaving myself, watching Law and Order on TV. Brandon Moldenhauer asked me when the game was, and I don't know, 4:30. No, it's early. So I called Shawnee, and she says, yeah, about 30 minutes. Of course, Sue Haley was already here. We were set up from last night, so that was easy. 0 0.5 seconds, Savage's ball. Pretty day out there, really bright. Ball comes in. Now, theoretically, you can't get a shot away with 5 seconds. They did. Didn't make it. The Savages put up 12 points in that quarter. Soda put up 11. So Salmon outscored Soda by 1 in that quarter. Soda outscored the Savages by 15 in the first quarter. And Salmon battled back a little bit. Early start. That's because it's a long hike from Salmon to Soda, trying to give them a chance to get home before the Grizzly Bears come out at night up in Salmon. Let me add up the scoring for you. It should be easy for Salmon. Almost all of the scoring was from Gavin Philco. He has 3 threes, 2 twos, and is 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And so if I'm adding that up correctly, that's 15 of the 18 points. The other 3 came from Kohlberg, and he hit a 3-point shot. So that's it. Salmon hit 2 for 2 from the free throw line, committed 7 personal fouls. For Soda, 4 points for Makai Browning. Now the 2 was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Caleb Hansen hit a 2 for 2 points. 8 points for Blake Mon on 4 twos. Junior Horsley with 4 points on 2 twos. 2 points for Dawson McAllister. He was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. 2 points for Isaiah Bowman. Basket in the first quarter. 5 points forgot to take my glasses off. I'm one of these can't read with my glasses on, can't see the court with my glasses off. 2 points for Braxton Harrison. Colton Peterson, 5, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 points. And Ethan Gonzalez hit a three for 3 points. Soda hit on 5 of 8 from the free throw line. I only wrote down 3 fouls, but I think they had more than that. So halftime score here, 32-18. Soda, junior varsity. Well, they went out early. The Savages came back just a little bit, and it's a 14-point lead here at halftime. College playoffs last night. Wow, that ugly. It'll be Indiana #1 against Miami on Monday, the 19th, for the national championship as the Indiana Hoosiers, what was that, 59-22? That's just off the top of my head. Miami had a great game against Ole Miss. That was 31-27. College games going on today. Green Bay is at Chicago. I don't know whether I was looking at Eastern times or Mountain times. Sometimes my phone automatically changes it, and sometimes I have to ask it if it's Eastern time. I think that was 1:30-ish. Then the late game would be the Rams at Carolina. Tomorrow, 49ers at Philadelphia. Chargers will be at New England. And the Bills will be at Jacksonville. Monday night game, Houston will be at Pittsburgh. In the AFC, Denver has the bye. And in the NFC, Seattle has the bye. I didn't get any girls' scores last night. That's kind of what I was doing when Brandon called me. Thank you, Brandon. I wouldn't be here right now. Boys' games tonight. Idaho Falls is at Minico. Bonneville is at Highland. Sugar is at Shelley. Twin Falls is at Preston. North Gym is at Taylor's Crossing. Burley is at Blackfoot. Jerome is at Century. Declo is at Malad. Teton is at Marsh Valley. That should be a good game. American Falls at South Fremont. Another good one. The West Side, this should be probably the best game of the night. Pirates are out in Wendell tonight for a conference game for District 5. And then if rumors are correct, Wendell is moving up. They'll move up with Gooding, Filer, and Buell in the 4As. Marsh Valley is dropping down to make that tiny conference even smaller. I don't know whether they'll just put American Falls and Snake in the same conference with Sugar and the northern group up there, South Fremont. That's what makes sense. But what do I know? In fact, probably if it wasn't for Jesse, Brandon probably wouldn't have known that the game was early today. Jesse is his memory. The boys' rankings in our division, Wendell Trojans are #1. St. Mary's Lumberjacks, they're 2. Declo and New Plymouth are tied at #3. The Maniacs of Orofino, they are #5. Picking up votes in the 3A. Well, the rest of the 3A: Ambrose, Ryrie, West J, North Fremont, Malad, Nampa Christian, West Side, Marsing, and Melbourne all picked up votes. In Grace is division in the 2As. Kendrick is number one. I don't know what they feed those kids out in Kendrick. That was quite a football team they had. What is that, 50 years in a row now? State champions. Lakeside is ranked number two. Lapway. Those Lapway kids can really play. Mostly Native Americans. I lived, mentioned before, down in New Mexico, right alongside of the Navajo Nation, and we had what, four teams: Tohatchee, Window Rock, Fort Wingate, one more I'm missing. Were all Native American high schools, and those kids can really play basketball. And Lapway, they're no different. They're always in the top five. Butte County, the Pirates are four. Prairie, the Pirates are five. And picking up votes in Grace's division, Notice, Rimrock, Centennial Baptist, Murtaugh, Logos, and Grace. In the 6As, it goes Boise, Owyhee is two, Post Falls, Centennial, Meridian is five. Picking up votes, Lake City, Cuna, Capital, and Thunder Ridge out of Idaho Falls. 5As, Preston is ranked number one. Blackfoot is number two. Twin Falls is number three. Columbia, done games at Columbia. That's where the Grace girls play their first two rounds of state games in Boise. That's actually over in the Meridian, Nampa area. Middleton is ranked number five. And then it's Lewiston, Skyview, Bishop Kelly, Pocatello, Burley, and Sandpoint all picking up vote. In the 4As, Sugar is ranked number one. Coal Valley Christian, who moved up a division this year, they're number two. Teton is three. Marsh Valley is four. And Snake is number five. Picking up votes in the 4As, American Falls, Gooding, McCall Donnelly, and Bonners Ferry. Just about ready to start third quarter. Girls rankings, Malad. Boy, did we find that out last night. Wow, good Malad team. Then it goes Ryrie, Grangeville, Firth, Parma, picking up votes. Ambrose, North Fremont, New Plymouth, and Soda picked up votes. Be Soda Ball to begin the third quarter. It'll be Blake Munn to inbound the ball for the Cards. Comes into Peterson. Peterson into the fourth court, right side to Caleb Hansen, up top to Horsley. High post to Peterson. He'll dribble back outside. Right side, Browning, an open three off the wing, rattled it in. Makai Browning with 7 points. It'll be Philco into the forecourt for the Savages. Gets it to Orr, down into the corner. They work it to Shepard. Low blocks, ball almost knocked away. Shepard got it back. Shot is up, no good. Lewis with a high rebound. Does a little dance under there. Drives in, puts it up, and he was fouled. Lewis, he's a big kid. He's 6 footish. He's probably over 200 pounds or 200 pounds, maybe 190. Big kid. Shot is up, good. So Lewis hits the free throw. Where'd you go, Jack? There you are. He'll get one more. 35-19, just underway, third quarter. Second shot, no good. Blake Mon down with the rebound for the Card. He'll push it into the forecourt. Hansen to Horsley. Horsley tried to hit Hansen on a give and go. Hansen got it back. Goes to Mon on the wing. Mon 15 feet left side, no good. Jack Lewis with the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball as Mon reaches in, ties it up. Alternate possession will go to Salmon. Felco will bring the ball up, bring it into the forecourt, working against Horsley. Bounce pass, that goes to Hobbs on the angle. Hobbs against Mon. Mon knocked it away. Hobbs got it back. Felko outside against Junior Horsley. Reverses his dribble back up top, cross the top to Lewis. Lewis inside, goes in down to Shepard. Back to Jack Lewis on the right angle. Or 2 seconds, 1 second. They're not going to get the shot away. Great defense by Soda. Shot clock violation. Cards will have the ball. Soda leads 35-19. 6:24 in the third quarter. Browning looks at a three on the angle. Give and go. Pete Mon from the corner. That was long. Come right down to Caleb Hansen. Hansen put it up. And the ball is loose on the floor. And the ball is, ooh, that was traveling. They didn't call that. Felko for court. He'll get it to Orr. Shot up by Shepard. Hansen down with the rebound. Lead pass comes down to Horsley. Horsley leaves it for Peterson. Peterson lays it in with the left hand. 7 points for Colton Peterson. 37-19, an 18-point lead. Felko against Horsley down the right side, pulls up on the wing. That is Shepard. He'll get it back outside to Orr. On the angle, Felko up top between the circles. Working against Junior Horsley in a man. Right side, they work it to Orr. Or we'll leave it for Shepard up top. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Drops in. Soda knocks it away just as the shot clock was running down. Browning will bring it back the other way. Mon straight away. Bounce pass. Pete, open three. Rims out. Jack Lewis down with the rebound. He'll leave it for Felko. Felko, just a freshman, will bring it up into the forecourt. Got to be Irish with redhead. And there's a drive, and ooh, that might have been a walk. Comes back outside Felko. Felko, crossover dribble, ball knocked out of bounds by Horsley, and they say it went off from Salmon. Set to check in is Hunter Anderson. And who else? Saw two kids come in. Oh, Kohlberg checks in. Should see him. He's got a varsity uniform on. Harrison into the ball game, and Bowman. Bowman over the left side to McAllister to Lewis. Soda makes some changes. McAllister lost it, got it back. Harrison between the circles. Bad pass is picked off by Lewis. Tried to force it into traffic, and the Savages pick it off. Goes to the right side to Kohlberg on the wing. Back up top, they work it to Anderson. Lewis bounce pass in the middle of the paint. Shepard turns, shoots. No good. Harrison down with the rebound. Harrison into the forecourt, threw it behind McAllister, who was cutting along the baseline left to right. And that was like one of those football back shoulder passes. That was really back shoulder. 37-19 Soda. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lewis, right wing. That will go to Anderson. Up top, Shepard. Shepard straight away against McAllister. Pulls up at the free throw line. And the ball goes out of bounds off from Lewis. Checking in is Trillin Phillips. And checking out is Carson Shepard. Soda ball, 94 feet away. Comes into McAllister and back to Bowman, who'll bring it across the timeline. Goes over to the right side, along the baseline, threw it behind Harrison. And the Savages come up with it. It'll be Phillips into the forecourt. Kohlberg, three-point shot, rattled around. That was down, popped back out. Going to get a jump ball. This one will belong to Soda, I think. Yeah. I don't press the arrows anymore. We had a couple last night. Okay. Bowman into the forecourt, just about picked up that back pivot foot. Lewis on the left elbow, bounce pass to Harrison, whips a pass into Gonzalez, back to Harrison. McAllister, Bowman on the right angle, bounce pass, knocked away, and taken by Orr. Orr will smartly let the traffic clear over to Anderson on the right wing. Anderson against McAllister, puts the ball on the floor, terminates the dribble, gives it to Orr. Orr to Kohlberg. Ball taken away by McAllister. Lewis put the ball on the floor. McAllister picked his pocket, and then McAllister just lost it. 37-19. So just put up 5 points in the quarter. And Salmon hasn't scored. Jack Lewis will check out. Felco will check back in. Bronson Orr will get the ball into Felco. Back to Orr. Orr against Gonzalez. Soda in, looks like a 2-3 zone. Soda means Z-O-N-E. A lot of times they don't even know how to spell zone. Ball comes over to Felco. Tried to drop it in the low blocks. McAllister over the top of Bronson Orr. And McAllister, Dawson's going to pick up that foul. That'll be his second. Browning checks in. And Hanson checks in. Bowman and Gonzalez check out. Harrison will front Anderson. Inbounds pass right in front of us. They drop it in the backcourt to Orr. Orr to the forecourt between the circles. Tough defense by McAllister. He finally gets it to Felco. Felco between the circles, back to Orr. Orr drives to the right angle, leaves it for Kohlberg on the wing. Kohlberg brings it back up top to Felco. Felco against Hanson, gets it to Kohlberg. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Ooh, that might have been a walk. Deep shot as the shot clock was running off. Hanson down with the rebound. To Harrison. Harrison drops it in and he's fouled. Sort of defense, probably about the last 4 possessions, have really taken Salmon deep into the shot clock. And that foul went against Kohlberg, and that's his third. And that will put Braxton Harrison at the free throw line for the Cards. 39-19, 20-point lead for Soda. Free throw right down to the bottom of the well for Braxton. He has 5 points. Anderson. Ball is stolen away. Anderson has Hanson to Harrison. Harrison, a soft little hook shot off the right side, just outside the paint. Rolled it in. It's 42-19, 1:05 to go in the third quarter. Anderson outside on the angle. Kohlberg goes over to Phillips. Back over to Orr. Orr shot is up. Lewis can't control the rebound. Goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Salmon. Trilling Phillips to inbound the pass. Ball comes into Anderson. Back up top to Orr. Orr right down the paint. Kicks it over to Felco. Back outside to Kohlberg. 40 seconds. 23 on the shot clock. Goes to Kohlberg. On the angle, it is Felco. Felco down in the right corner to Anderson. Back to Felco. Kohlberg bounce pass high post. I think they're going to call Browning for a reach. Or Harrison. I think it's Browning. And that would just be Mackay's first personal foul. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Wow, what a job by McAllister. Knocked it right off of Kohlberg and got it back. That was kind of a no-look, stick your hand out on defense. Harrison drives the baseline, kicks it back to McAllister. Nice shovel pass to Lewis. Lewis missed the layup, and Either Lewis or Harrison. Gonna be Lewis. That's his third. That's 5 fouls on Soda, so that should be shooting for Salmon.
I'm trolling.
8.3 seconds at the line is going to be Trillin Phillips. Salmon scored 1 point in this quarter. Or no points. Can't read my own writing. Shot is up and good. Salmon just 2 of 3 from the free throw line in this quarter. Second shot, no good. 7 seconds. Salmon with a rebound. Knocked straight up in the air. Browning, 2 seconds. 1 second from half court. Whoa, just off the back of the basket. That drew a little oohs and ahs from the crowd. After 3 quarters in the junior varsity game, it's 42-20. Soda held Salmon scoreless from the floor in the third quarter. They hit on 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Soda put up 10 points, outscoring Salmon by 8 in that third quarter. The girls will be here next Wednesday, and we'll have Aberdeen here for the Lady Cards. Boys will have Grace here next Thursday. So the girls Wednesday against the Tigers, and the boys Thursday against the Grizz. Grace Grizz Soda game should be a pretty darn good. Well, it always is, but I think they're pretty evenly matched again this year. Except anybody named Smith from Grace has to have a green card to get into Soda. And that leaves half their team in Grace. 42-20, 22-point lead, final quarter. As Philco bring it into the forecourt, gets it over to the right side to Mollum. Low block, shot is up, no good. Mon down with the rebound for Soda. Mon will push it into the forecourt, right side, down along the baseline to Peterson from Horsley. Back to Horsley, lost the handle on it. Somehow got it away, but the ball's thrown away. Hobbs comes up with it. They'll get it back to Mollum. Mollum over the right side to Colberg. Mollum straight away. Whoa, Lewis hit the floor hard. I don't know, he just got his feet tangled up. Lewis on the ankle now. Back up top to Colberg. Colberg against Mon. Goes to Lewis on the left wing. Bounce pass inside. And Junior had a quick hand in there, but he didn't touch the ball. It goes out of bounds on that pass. Full court pressure by Salmon. Comes up to Horsley. Horsley drives to the baseline, turns in, puts it up off the glass, no good. And shot back up by Mon, no good, or that was Gonzalez. Back the other way is Hobbs. Hobbs into the forecourt to Mollum. Mollum on the right wing. Needs some help. Gets it back outside to Hobbs. Hobbs working against Peterson. Back to Mollum. Hobbs straight away. Colberg on the left angle. Inside Lewis. Had the shot partially blocked. Blocked again. Gonzalez comes down with it. Ethan will bring it into the forecourt to Junior. 15-footer along the baseline. Rims out. And down with the rebound is Dallin Hobbs. Hobbs will bring it up top between the circles straight away now. Gets the ball to Mollum. Mollum working against Bowman.
Ready, Jack.
Bounce pass. Down along the baseline. Colberg turns, shoots, no good. Blake Mon high for the rebound for Soda. Mon pushes it into the forecourt, lost the handle on it, got it back, pulls up 10 feet and scores right side of the baseline. Blake Mon with 10 points, 5 twos. Over to Lewis. We got a foul on Ethan Gonzalez. Mackay Browning and Caleb Hansen check in. Mon and Gonzalez will check out. To inbound the ball will be Mullen for the Savages. Right corner shot is up, no good. And I think quick hands by Junior Horsley that missed everything. Come down, Junior just kind of stuck his hand out and went out of bounds. Mullen comes outside to Selko. Velco, crossover dribble to the angle to Hobbs on the left angle, up straight away, right side, Kohlberg. Velco around the arc, 3-point shot. Lewis high for the rebound. Back outside, Velco, 3-point shot. And Horsley down with the rebound, clears it to Browning. Browning with 5:05 to go in the game, gets it to Bowman. Bowman drives and got a foul. I thought Bowman was going to take that straight in. And Gavin Felco with the foul. That's just his first. One team foul apiece, 5 minutes to go. Horsley to Bowman on the wing. Goes down along the baseline. Hansen back to Bowman. Bowman hooks a pass, comes outside. Horsley just inside the free throw line is fouled.
Right.
Junior Horsley will go to the free throw line. Has 4 points on 2 twos. That foul was against Mike Mullen. Junior puts up a high arcing shot, running around, popped out. Checking in Phillips for Salmon. McAllister trying to check in. Must be checking in for Horsley because they sat him back down alongside of the scoring table. Horsley, second shot. That one's good. So Junior with 5 points, 2 twos, 1 of 2. Horsley will check out, and Dawson McAllister will check in. Under 5 minutes, 4:45 to go in the ball game. Goes to the right angle to Phillips, down underneath. Mollum kind of took a nosedive, and one of the soda kids, probably Browning, if I read his fingers right. Yeah, that's Mackay's second foul. Salmon ball underneath their own basket. They force it into Lewis, and Lewis muscles one up and in. He has 3 points. Bowman in the right corner, dangerous pass. McAllister came up with it. Comes back outside to Peterson. 4:20 to go in the ball game. Ball comes back up to Bowman. Hooks a pass to Hansen to Browning. 3-point shot. Got it. That is Browning's second 3. He has 10 points. They'll walk the ball up the floor. It is Felco. Right angle to Phillips. Phillips drives, cut off, down around the low blocks, brings it back outside to Jack Lewis. Lewis working against Browning. Ball taken away by Bowman. Pass was intended for Kohlberg. Timeout, Soda. 3:42 to go in the ball game. 48-22. 26-point lead for the Cards. Soda outscored the Savages 10-2 in the third quarter. And so far, they've outscored them 6-2 in the final quarter. That's a hike up to Salmon. I don't think there's an easy way to get there. The only time I went to Salmon, I went up to Chalice. and then over. And I think the easiest way is up through Ledbetter and kind of follow the river up there. Really pretty. I could live in Salmon. I don't know that it's prettier than Soda, but Soda does not have a statue of Sacagawea or a statue of a grizzly bear getting a salmon out of a fountain swimming upstream. Pretty cool. Browning into the forecourt, left side on the angle to Bowman. Working against a man. Bowman backdoor to Browning. Lewis right there on defense. Comes back to Bowman. Caleb Hansen drives, cut off at the baseline. Back to Bowman. Peterson, 3-point shot. Got it. Colton Peterson. He has 10 points. Philco. Bring the ball up. Goes over to Mullum. Mullum on the right wing. Inside ball picked off by Browning. And Colbert got it back, and Browning stole it back. Threw it behind Hansen, but Bowman comes up with it. A little ragged 3-point shot by Browning. Rebound down. Oh, what a shot by McAllister. Back up over his head off the left side with the right hand. Into the forecourt is Felco. Back up top, they work it to Phillips. Mullum on the left angle. He'll get it to Phillips, working against Bowman, and timeout, Salmon. 53-22. Soda Junior Varsity with the lead, 2:29 to go in the ball game. Once again, early start. They announced it last night, so they say. If I didn't hear it, they didn't announce it. I've got a headset on. I can't hear anything. Once again, NFL games on today. If you like NFL, Green Bay at Chicago. Back when I was a kid, that was probably the biggest rivalry in the NFL. Packers against the Bears. Still remember Mike Ditka. In fact, Dick Butkus came into one of my restaurants that I was supervising down in Las Vegas. Big guy, probably one of the best linebackers to ever play. Jim McMahon, you remember him, won the Super Bowl. The fridge used to come in, what was he, 320 pounds? They put him in at fullback. Gale Sayers.
Go, Salmon.
I had a poster of Gale Sayers. Was it cancer? He passed away. What a running back he was. Savage's ball. It is Felco. Down to 220. Felco, out of dribble, finally gets it to Kohlberg. 2 seconds, 1 second. They're not going to get a shot away. I believe that is the second shot clock violation, but Soda's taken them deep into the shot clock several times. Bowman into the forecourt, right side to Harrison. Harrison an open three.
How about
25-footer off the right side. Wow. Harrison, 6, 7, 10 points. Right wing straight away is Phillips. Phillips will get it to Hyde, who's checked in.
dribble?
Phillips outside between the legs, got away from him. Once in a while, we get a little too cute. He lost that one. Comes back to Phillips. 2 seconds. 1 second. McAllister comes up with an errant pass. McAllister into the forecourt, dumps it underneath. Lewis bumps it to Harrison. Harrison drops it in. 12 points for Braxton. 10 in the second half.
Look, Red, let's go.
Behind the back pass, right down the middle, over the top of Lewis. Lewis gets the rebound. Bounce pass, and that went off from Soda. 58-22. Mercy clock is running. 35 seconds. It won't stop. Timeouts or side possessions. 25 seconds. Comes up top. Or over the right side, Phillips. Ball knocked away by Harrison. 15 seconds. Goes back to Orr. Outside. Shot clock at 10. Game clock at 12.
7.
Back outside, Phillips. 4 seconds. 20. Wow! Shot by Falcone. That was way downtown. He has 18 points, and that's the ball game. Final score, Soda Junior Varsity 58 and Salmon 25. Give me a second. I will add up the scoring for you. And Gavin Falcone, 90% of the scoring for the Savages. I get him added up. The rest will be pretty easy. I think I've got him. He has 4 threes, 2 twos, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Trillin Phillips with 1 point on 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And Jack Lewis with 3 points, had a 2 and was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Savages hit on 4 of 6 from the line, had 10 personal fouls. Give me a second to add up Soda. That'll be a little more complicated. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Well, I think I got it. For Soda, Makai Browning with 10 points has 2 threes, a 2, and was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 2 points for Caleb Hansen. Hit a bucket in the second quarter. 10 points for Blake Mon on 5 twos. 5 points to Junior Horsley. 2 twos and was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Tragan Lewis, we'll see, he didn't score. 4 points for Dawson McAllister. Had 2 twos, was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Isaiah Bowman with 2 points. 10 points for Colton Peterson. Had 3, 2 twos, was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 12 points for Braxton Harrison. Had a 3 and 4 twos. And Ethan Gonzalez hit a 3 for 3 points. Soda was, then added up, Soda was 7 of 11 from the free throw line and committed 9 personal fouls. At the end of the first quarter, Soda led at 21-6, outscoring the Savages by 15. Second quarter was pretty even. Soda put up 11 points and Salmon outscored Soda by 1 as they put up 12. And at halftime, it was 32-18. In the third quarter, Soda outscored Salmon 10-2, 8 more points. 42-20 was the third quarter score. Then in the final quarter, Soda put up 16 points. Salmon put up 5. Soda outscored them by 11, and the final score, 58-25. Soda Junior Varsity now wins it. Once again, Soda boys. Of course, they play today, an early game today. And that is so Salmon can get home. I think it's about 4 hours in a car to Salmon. And so on a bus, depending, I don't know where you stop. The way I went over to Arco to Mackey, up to Chalice, and then over to Salmon. And then Ledor, I think the other way, Ledor is the only place you can stop. When I was calling Cokeville games when the radio station deceased here in Soda, they would always take 2 buses, and that was so the kids. People always ask me, "How does Cokeville?" Well, they can because they can. Soda Cokeville can afford it. They would take 2 buses so each kid could have their own seat, so they could lay down, and that's probably about what you got to do with the traveling that Salmon has to do. Of course, Cokeville. It wasn't unusual to go clear to Torrington or up to Lovell or all over Wyoming. So a long trip for these Salmon kids. We've already made that trip. Defeated Salmon up there 78-46. Soda comes into tonight's game 4-4. Lost their first conference game last night. Soda's losses came to New Plymouth 51-42, West J 50-44, American Falls 72-41, and then they lost by a lot to West Side the other night. That's a good West Side team. Their wins come over Parma 70-67. Cards beat Bear Lake twice, 73-51 down there, 55-46 here at Soda, and then the win over Salmon, 78-46 up in Salmon. So Salmon this afternoon, next Thursday, Grace Grizzlies will be here in Soda, and then Saturday, January 17th, Soda will travel to Declo. Girls last night, wow, they found out why the lads ranked number 1. Holy cow. I guess I can still go back and count them, but they had like 12 threes last night. And the lads got some big kids, the girls, couple 6-footers. And I thought they'd have a really strong inside game. It wasn't inside. They rained them down from the outside. That Keach kid for the Dragons, really good. So Aberdeen, Lady Tigers, will be here at Soda. That will be next Wednesday. So next week, it'll be Wednesday, Thursday. Girls on Wednesday, boys on Thursday. And then on Friday, Lady Cards will be at Westside. And then on Thursday, January 22nd, Declo will be at Soda. Football playoffs. I love college football. Didn't love it last night. I really didn't care actually who won, but I'd like to seen a little better game. Indiana all over the Ducks. This is just off the top of my head. Don't write this in your diary. 59-22. I think it was the Hoosiers. I know Indiana won, but I think that was the score. Miami defeated Ole Miss 31-27. So it will be Miami versus Indiana Monday, January 19th. A lot of NFL football today and tomorrow. Green Bay at Chicago today. The Rams are at Carolina tonight. On Sunday, 49ers at Philadelphia. Chargers. I like the Chargers. I liked them when they were in San Diego. Chargers at New England. The Bills will be at Jacksonville. That should be a good one. Houston is at Pittsburgh on Monday. In the NFC, Seattle has the bye. And in the AFC, Denver has the bye. Look at college. BYU is at Utah today. They are at the Huntsman Center. And then TCU, the Horned Frogs, will be at the Marriott Center next Wednesday. And then BYU will be at Texas Tech Saturday, January 17th. Boise State, they have got Utah State in Boise at Extra Mile Arena tonight. And then they will travel to Las Vegas on Tuesday. And they'll be at the Thomas and Mack arena down in Las Vegas. Mentioned Utah State, they're at Boise. And then the Nevada Wolfpack from Reno will be in Logan on Wednesday, January 14th. Idaho, 1-1 in the Big Sky, 9-6 on the season. They lost to Montana, 79-73. That was in Moscow. They've got Montana State, the Bobcats, in Moscow today or tonight. Idaho State, 1-2 in the Big Sky, 8-8 on the season. They lost to Northern Colorado. Greeley, the Bears, and they are in they're in Flagstaff today at Northern Arizona. Weber, they just flip-flop with Idaho State. They actually defeated Northern Arizona, the Lumberjacks, last Thursday, and they're in Greeley today. And so I think I got you caught up, all except the Jazz. They are 13-24 and in 13th place in the West. They've got Charlotte in Salt Lake today. They defeated Dallas the other night, 116-114. They just came off from 5 games on the road, 2 at home in Salt Lake, and then 4 more games on the road. Oklahoma City leads the West, followed by San Antonio and Denver. In the East, it's Detroit in first place, followed by the Knicks and the Celtics. Both teams come off the floor. We'll get ready for our national anthem and our starting lineups. So I'll try to get these old bones to stand up. And there's Jeff Horsley.
As member schools of the Idaho High School Activities Association, the Student Advisory Council, and the Statewide Sportsmanship Committee remind you that sportsmanship is an expectation, not a suggestion. Your cooperation and support of the values of respect and good citizenship are appreciated. Please be an example to those around you. Cheer loud, cheer proud, and cheer for your team. We'd also like to thank all of our athletic sponsors and Idaho's Dairy Farm families, and Dairy West is official sponsor of the Idaho High School Activities Association. Thank you, Dairy West. Tonight's featured sponsor is Idaboss. Thank you, Idaboss, for your support of athletics at Silver Springs High School. At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise and remove your hats as we honor her with our national anthem. The Silver Springs High School cheerleaders will bring honor and attention to the colors.
There's your national anthem. Let me get my soda hat back on. Starting lineups for the Saturday. Crowfoot, Tanner, Clayton Allen, Brock Matthews, Wyatt Pilkerton, Kyle Hyde. Savages are under the direction of head coach Craig Hammer. Now for the Cardinals. Turn out the lights in the middle of the afternoon. Still pretty dark in here. Probably won't have Connor McWilliams today. He rolled his ankle against Westside the other night.
A senior wearing heaven. A senior wearing number 20. A sophomore wearing number 21. Jackson. Yes. And a senior wearing number 20. Preston Oscar. Head coach of the Cardinals, Tom Houston. For our officials, Mr. Van Carlson.
Cardinals under the direction of head coach Tom Fusel, they'll go with Cooper Thompson, Gavin Hansen, Logan Miller, Preston Osborne, and Jackson Horsley. Ready to go? Miller at 6'7" will step in. Tap is controlled by Salmon. Taken down by Allen. Shot is up. Karam's off no good. Horsley down with a rebound for Soda. Horsley into the forecourt. Cooper Thompson 3-point shot. Off no good. Down with the rebound is Pilkerton. Pilkerton. Ball goes over on the angle. I need to get my yellow pin here. Hang on. Ball comes back outside. Shot is up. No good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Soda. So we got Tanner Crawford, Clayton Allen, Brock Matthews, Pilkerton, and Hyde. It'll be Osborne, and there's going to be a reach in and a foul. against Salmon. Salmon in black, white numbers, orange trim. Ball comes in from Osborne to Hanson. Cooper Thompson on the left angle, brings it up top, gets to Jackson Horsley. Gavin Hanson, 3-point shot, comes off no good. Pilkerton down with the rebound. Matthews almost forgot to take the ball with him. Comes back outside to Pilkerton. Pilkerton working against Osborne. Swinging around is Crowfoot. Crowfoot drives and shot was blocked by Gavin Hanson. But Hanson is going to pick up the foul. So Gavin picks up Soda's first foul, one foul apiece. But that'll put Crowfoot at the free throw line. Shot is up short off the front of the rim. Just underway here on a Saturday afternoon, almost 2:30. Crowfoot, one more. That one rims out, and it was Allen beating Sauter up and good by Hyde. Allen beat Miller to the ball, kept the ball alive for the Savages. 2-0, Salmon. Osborne left angle, 3-point shot. That comes off no good. Hanson with the rebound. Hanson, a lot of contact. Hanson tips it back up and in. 2-2. Gavin Hanson following his own shot. Cooper Thompson goes up, about took the ball out of the air. Ball goes over to Crowfoot. Left side, they work it. That goes to Allen. Along the baseline, shot is up, no good. Tapped out by Thompson. That'll be tapped to Horsley to Osborne. Osborne on the left angle. Horsley back up top to Cooper Thompson. Gavin Hanson on the right angle drives, and he's fouled. Probably Clayton Allen. Yep, and that's who it is. I will get organized. I wouldn't have been here. I would have been here at 4:30. Had to have been for Brandon Moldenhauer. Shot by Gavin Hanson is good. He called me up and asked me if I knew what time the game was, and that was 12:30. I said, no, 4:30. Had to call Shawnee, and she said, no, 1 o'clock. Second shot was missed. Back door, Gavin Hanson or Horsley put it up and in. Ball comes down to Matthews. Shot up along the baseline. Hanson with the rebound. Soda up 5-2, just underway. No look pass to Cooper Thompson. Thompson lays it in. Beautiful pass from Hanson to Coop off the left side. Ball comes to Pilkerton. Pilkerton in the backcourt gets the ball up the floor to Matthews. Matthews on the right wing, and Osborne rips it away. Osborne will leave it for Thompson. Left it past him. Thompson, 3-point shot, splash. Cooper Thompson with 5 points. 10-2, timeout. Salmon. Taking me a second to get organized. I think we're okay now. The JV won their ball game 58-25. Once again, it'll be Grace, the Grace boys. The Grizz will be here next Thursday. Pretty good crowd for a Saturday afternoon. A lot of people knew more than I did. And they asked me, well, didn't you hear the announcement last night? I'm sure Coach Moulton made the announcement, but I can't hear it with a headset on. I don't even hear the starters. I have to kind of wait for them to come out. And I'm old. Beautiful afternoon here in Soda Springs. Should play this one outside, except it's a little cold. 10-2.
Let's go, Sammy.
Soda has run out to an 8-point lead here in the first quarter. A couple little guys running down the sideline. Should have held the game for them. They bring the ball in. It's going to come into Pilkerton to Matthews. Pilkerton over the right side to Crowfoot. Back to Pilkerton. Guarded by Jackson Horsley. Horsley's really got some length. Can get up in the air, long arms. 6'1". Osborne just about got his second pick. That's back court. Yeah, it was. Tried to throw it back to Matthews, and he stepped on the midcourt line. Checking in is going to be Platts, Gabe Platts. Cooper Thompson will inbound the ball right in front of us. It's it in the backcourt to Gavin Hansen. Soda with the ball and an 8-point lead. Goes over the right side to Osborne. Osborne leaves it for Martinson down to Harrison. Comes back outside to Coop. Coop between the circles over to Gavin Hansen on the angle. Hansen gets a pick. Pick and roll wasn't there. They kick it back out to Harrison. Cooper Thompson on the right angle gets it to Martinson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Osborne drives to the right elbow. Kicks it. Got to get the shot away. Osborne shoot it. Coop. And they count it. They say Salmon didn't like that. 13-2. And they say Coop got that off in time. He hits a three from the left corner. Salmon didn't like that one at all. Right angle, driving in. Ball is taken away by Harrison to Thompson. Thompson into the forecourt, works to the left side to Martinson. And we got a whistle. Gonna say that Landon walked. I always appreciate the extra officiating help. I did it for years, but now that I'm really old, I need a lot of help. They throw the ball over the head of Clayton Allen. Allen was down in the deep left corner, and they just had way too much on that one. Cooper Thompson into the forecourt. Gavin Hansen, no look, give and go. What a play as Harrison. No look from Hansen. Harrison breaking off the right side. Lays it in. Matthews back outside. Pilkerton lost the handle on it. Gets it back. Working against Osborne. Comes over to Matthews. 3-point shot. No good. Rebound down to Salmon. Ball loose underneath. And it's kicked loose. Harrison dives for it. And they called traveling. And that's another call. For it to be traveling, you got to have possession. And nobody really had possession on that one. But that'll be okay. Harrison rolled over. Ball will go to Pilkerton. Over to the right angle. They work it to Matthews. Inside. And we got another whistle as Galvin was fouled. That foul, I believe, is against Landon Martinson. 15-2. Ball comes in to Platts, and he's falling out of bounds, and I think he had a little help. Wow. That's kind of the way Yeah, it's going to give it to Salmon. Ball knocked out of bounds by Martinson, and I thought Martinson knocked that out of bounds. A little sketchy on the officiating so far here in the first quarter. Outside is Thompson to Harrison. Harrison works around a pick and roll, not there. Jackson Horsley 3-point shot, got it. So does hit 3 threes, and it's 18-2. Goes to the left wing. That is Matthews. Matthews will leave it for Platts. Platts crossover dribble. Harrison picks his pocket. Harrison goes down, lays it up with the right hand, and scores. 4 points for Caden. 20-2. Ball into the forecourt. Matthews drives, puts on the brakes just inside the free throw line, gets the ball to Platts. Platts a bounce pass to Galvin. Galvin to the baseline, puts the shot up, and he's fouled by Horsley. Jeff Galvin will go to the free throw line for two. First foul on Horsley, third foul on Soto. A pair of free throws. Shot is up and short off the front of the rim. Gavin Hansen checks in. Cooper Thompson with 1:28 in the first will check out. Galvin, one more. Second shot, and that one rims out. Miller with the rebound to Harrison. Harrison will leave it for Hansen. Hansen into the forecourt, up top between the circles. Over to the left angle to Harrison. Harrison back up top to Horsley, over to Hansen on the right angle, back to Jackson Horsley. Harrison drives to the left elbow, kicks it outside, 13 on the shot clock. Horsley drives, lost the handle on it, and Hyde comes up with it. Hyde to Platts, and whoa, Gavin Hansen went right over the top of the Soda bench. Ball comes into Platts. Platts outside between the circles. Soda in a man defense, goes over to Galvin. Galvin on the left angle. He'll leave it for Matthews. Matthews pulls up at the free throw line, right elbow. Comes back outside to Platts. 3-point shot. That caroms off. Soda fighting each other for the rebound, and all alone was Hyde cleaning up the rebound, dropping it in. 20-4. 25 seconds to go in the first. A lazy pass over to Hansen is knocked out of bounds by very quick Gabe Platts. Ball comes into the backcourt to Horsley. Horsley back to Gavin Hansen. Hansen gets a pick from Miller over to Harrison. Harrison back up top to Martinson. Martinson to Caden. Back up top to Gavin Hansen. Drives down the right side. One-hander, short. Martinson. Harrison puts it up. Rolls across the top of the rim. And that's the end of the first quarter. Soda leading by 16, 20-4. Kind of a ragged first quarter. Once again, schedules. Girls play Wednesday. And they will face the Aberdeen Tigers right here. And then the boys will play Thursday, and we'll have the Grace Grizzlies here. All the colleges are in action today. A couple of big ones. Utah State Aggies are in Boise at Extra Mile Arena tonight. And was a night game or afternoon game on TV. I was just lucky to get here today. But BYU, they are in Salt Lake City to face the Utes. Utes not so hot this year. Well, are they 0-3 in the Big 12? Something like that. BYU ranked number 9. Soda ball. Cooper Thompson on the right angle. Goes down to Horsley. Thompson from the corner. Rims off. Osborne battles for it. And they're going to say it went off of Preston out of bounds. Zone press by the Cards. Ball goes back to Pilkerton. Up the floor. Savages have numbers. Wow. That's going to be a foul on Miller. Miller went straight up, but he got him with the body, no doubt about it. And that will put Francis at the free throw line. Savages are 0 for 4 from the line. Shot is up. That one's good. And Francis will get one more. He's a senior. Second shot, dances on the rim, and keeping it alive was Hyde. Savages have it. It's Matthews. Matthews to Allen, back outside to Pilkerton. And ball taken away by Horsley. Horsley into the forecourt will let the traffic clear. Thompson, 3-point shot. That's off the rim. Down with the rebound. Allen for Salmon. Ball almost taken away by Osborne. Into the forecourt is Pilkerton. He puts up shot, was partially blocked by Cooper Thompson. Savage is down with the rebound. Going in and scoring his Hyde, and he was fouled. 20-5. Don't have any height on either team. Hyde's a pretty big kid. That foul went against Miller, his second. And Hyde at the free throw line. He's 6'2", 3-ish. It's a free through. Cooper Thompson quickly into the forecourt. Thompson right angle. Preston Osborne. Osborne has an open three. Caroms off. Horsley with the rebound puts it up. Miller goes up for the rebound, and he was fouled. So Logan will come to the free throw line. And that foul was against Francis. So the 6'7" Logan Miller will go to the free throw line for two. Not a bad free throw shooter for a big guy. I walked past him the other day in the doorway, and he's 6'7". Misses the first one. Miller will get one more. He's a senior. So do heavy seniors this year. Second free throw is good. The ball comes into Crowfoot, goes back to Francis. Francis in the back court, back to Crowfoot, into the forecourt. Crowfoot on the angle against Osborne. Soda in a man, goes across the top, almost knocked away by Hanson. Francis comes up with it, right side to Matthews. Matthews to the baseline, will leave it back outside. Pilkerton shot, no good. Cooper Thompson runs it down, saves it. One hand, it goes to Miller. Miller in the low blocks under the basket, reversed it. Shot was partially blocked and knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Soda. Cooper Thompson will take the ball out of bounds. Gets the ball in. 3-point shot straight away, Horsley. And that's his second three. 24-8. Matthews 3-point shot. That's no good. Hanson with the rebound, quickly into the forecourt, hooks a pass underneath. Osborne out to Thompson. Thompson 3-point shot. Rebound down, long lead pass, too long. And as Hyde cleared it out, trying to hit Francis. He was all alone. Good pass would have been a layup. Set to check in is Pilkerton. Osborne outside, back door to Miller. Oh, he could have dunked that. He just laid it in. Miller with 3 points. Kind of pushed it up there with two hands off the left side. Ball goes over to Francis. Ball is loose. Thompson takes it away. Thompson into the forecourt, into the corner. Horsley 3-point shot. Got it. That is his third 3-point shot, 29-8. Timeout, Craig Armour. So Soda, little run, 29-8. We're in the second quarter. A lot of threes put up so far in the first half. Jackson Horsley has hit 3. Cooper Thompson has hit 2. And Savage has put up a couple, but they haven't cashed one in yet. I need to get I had the girls' games last night, but I didn't get any score. Boys' games tonight. We got Idaho Falls is at Minico, Bonneville's at Highland, Sugar's at Shelley, Twin Falls is at Preston, North Gym is at Taylor's Crossing, Burley's at Blackfoot, Jerome's at Century, Declo is at Malad, Teton is at Marsh Valley, American Falls is at South Fremont, and Westside is at Wendell. Salmon back on the floor. Black uniforms, white numerals, and orange trim. It'll be Pilkerton. He'll get the ball across to Platt, back to Pilkerton, Platt. Platt covered by Gavin Hansen. Terminated his dribble, goes over to the left side to Allen. Allen from the left elbow, that goes up no good. Ooh, contact there, they let that go. And then Clayton Allen banks it in. Hanson into the forecourt, goes the left side to Horsley. Horsley drives, leans in, hits the front of the rim, and they may have got Horsley over the back. Yeah. And again, I didn't mention that as a pet peeve. They tell me over the back is not a foul. No, it's not. Unless you make contact. And you can't go over the back without making contact unless you're 7 feet tall. Pilkerton spins 360, lost the handle on it. Cooper Thompson comes up with it. Thompson into the forecourt up top between the circles over to Hanson. Hanson just about lost it. Comes back up to Horsley. Thompson, 3-point shot off the angle. Got it. That's Thompson's third 3-point shot. He has 11. He only had 2 the other night against Westside, and that was in the fourth quarter. 4 minutes to go until halftime. The ball comes outside to Crowfoot. Crowfoot drives on Horsley, comes back outside to Pilkerton. Pilkerton, Horsley switches in the corner, 3-point shot. Karams off, ball is loose, diving for Horsley, saves it to Hanson, no look to Harrison. Cooper tried to tip it back up and in. Back the other way come the Savages is Platt. Outside, it is Allen. Back across, they work it to Crowfoot. Crowfoot on the right angle, back over to Pilkerton. Pilkerton off the left angle, back up top straight away to Crowfoot. Crowfoot against Hanson, gets a pick, puts up about an 18-footer, grab it. 32-12, 20-point lead for Soda. Thompson. Thompson backs it out, gets it to Horsley, over to Hanson. And there it is underneath. Landon Martinson, doggone it, had a layup and missed it. Osborne will check in for Horsley. And who else checked in? Martinson. No pressure in the back court. 2:50 to go in the first half. Soda leads it by 20, 32-12. Crowfoot around the top of the arc, kicks it over to Platts. Platts on the ankle, back to Crowfoot. Crowfoot, left wing drives, puts up the shot, rims off, no good. Martinson down with the rebound. Pass was partially blocked. Hanson, no look underneath to Cooper Thompson. Thompson turns, shoots, and scores. And we got an injury. Doggone it. And that's one of the Savages. Shaftmaster. Looks like he rolled an ankle. Of course, our big player, McWilliams, he rolled an ankle the other night against Westside. Bounce pass, high post, goes to the corner. Francis back outside to Allen underneath. They tried to hit Hyde, and it's taken away. Going to get a foul from behind, Francis. Man, waiting for him to post it. Yep. Cooper Thompson will inbound the ball right in front of us. Comes into Gavin Hansen. Back to Coop. Coop on the left angle. Working against Allen. Drops it inside to Harrison just over his head. And coming up with it is Platts. Platts down the left side. He'll leave it. The ball is kicked away. It's loose on the floor. Harrison dives for it. And somehow Harrison got that loose. Cooper Thompson comes up with it. Thompson has it knocked away from behind and then lost it out of bounds. That looked like a pinball machine there for a minute. A minute 35 to go in the half. 34-12. Soda. Into the forecourt is Crowfoot to Hyde from the corner. Shot is short. Gavin Hansen down with the rebound. Hansen, a bounce pass to Landon Martinson. Martinson turns, shoots, no good. A rebound down to Hyde, and he was fouled. That's 4 fouls on Soda. Meller will check in. And we're saying that foul was on Preston Osborne. Checking out Clayton Allen for the Savages. The ball will come in to Gabe Platts. Left side, open 3. Hansen down with the rebound. Minute 5. No look to Miller. Miller off the right side, and he's fouled. Had a layup, just need one more foot to get to the basket. And that foul is against. Didn't post it yet. Miller at the free throw line. He's 1 of 2. And shot is short. Foul was against Platts. Miller, 1 more. He only started playing basketball about 3 years ago. Shot is up, and that one's good. A minute to go. Driving to the baseline, laying up a shot, no good. And whoa, I thought that went off of Soda. 3 Soda players right there touched the ball, and they say that Salmon knocked it out of bounds. Hansen to Miller, back to Hansen. 50 seconds to go in the half. Harrison on the angle. Wow, tried to hit Miller. Miller was actually cut off. He couldn't get to the ball. 45 seconds. 35-12. Into the forecourt is Platts. Stops between the circles. He'll get the ball to Francis. Francis across the top over to Matthews. Matthews back up top to Platts. Platts against Harrison. 23 seconds. Gavin Hansen working against Matthews over to the right side to Platts. Platts on the angle. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 1 second. Ball knocked out of bounds. And 1 second on the shot clock. 10 seconds on the game clock. Horsley's going to check in. Cooper Thompson will check out. Savage's ball. You just got to get a little touch and lob it up. And they say shot clock violation with 8.6 seconds. Ball comes into Gavin Hansen. 4 seconds. Horsley straight away, no good. And that's the end of the first half. So to put up 15 points in that quarter, to go with 20 in the first quarter, and they lead it 20-12. And Salmon could only imagine what he imagined. I do speak English. Manage 8 points. Halftime 35-12. Soda. I can add Salmon up in my head here, so just hang with me. 2 points for Tanner Crowfoot. He was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Francis with 1 point, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Clayton Allen, 2 points. Matthews didn't score. Platts didn't score. Pilkerton did not score. Jeff Galvin was 0 for 2 from the free throw line, did not score. And Kyle Hyde with 7 of the 12 points on 3 twos and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Savages hit on 2 of 8 from the line, committed 5 personal fouls. Give me a second, and I'll add up soda, and then I'll be right back at you. Just about got it. Okay. For the Savages, Tanner Crowfoot hit a 2 point basket, was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. 1 point for Rolla Francis on 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 points for Clayton Allen at a 2 point basket. And 7 points for Kyle Hyde, 3 twos and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Savages hit on 2 of 8 from the free throw line, committed 5 personal fouls. For Soda, Cooper Thompson, 13 points. He had 3 threes and 2 twos. Gavin Hansen, 4 points. He had a 3 and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 4 points for Logan Miller. He had a 2 and was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Caden Harrison, 2 buckets for 4 points. And Jackson Porsley hit 3 threes and a 2 for 11 points. Soda hit on 3 of 6 from the free throw line, committed 7 personal fouls. At the end of the first quarter, Soda outscored the Savages by 16, and it was 20-4. In the second quarter, Soda outscored Salmon by 7, 15-8, and here at halftime, it is 35-12. Soda leads it. Keep reminding you of the schedules. 2 games next week, girls and boys here. Girls will play Wednesday, and that will be against Aberdeen. Lady Tigers will be here in Soda. And then Thursday, Grace, the boys. Grizz will be here next Thursday. Boys will be at Declo next Saturday, the 17th. Girls will be, let's see, did I get that right? Next Friday. So the girls will have Aberdeen here on Wednesday, and will be at Westside on Friday. Girls will have Declo at Soda on Thursday, January 22nd. Once again, NFL football games going on. Should have started today. Green Bay at Chicago at Soldier Field. The LA Rams will be at Carolina to face the Panthers. Tomorrow, 3 games on tap. 49ers will be at Philadelphia. Chargers will be at New England. Bills, Buffalo will be at Jacksonville. And then there's a Monday night game, Houston. The Texans will be in Pittsburgh to face the Steelers. with the buys in the NFC. Seattle Seahawks earned that bye, so they don't play this week. And Denver Broncos earned the bye in the AFC. Take a look at the boys' rankings in our division. Wendell Trojans out of our conference, District 5, they're ranked number 1. St. Mary's from way up in the Panhandle. Lumberjacks are ranked number 2. Declo and New Plymouth are tied for number 3. And Orofino, the Maniacs, are ranked number 5. Picking up votes, well, almost everybody else. Ambrose, Ryrie, West J, North Fremont, Malad, Nampa Christian, West Side, Marcine, and Melba all picked up votes. In Grace's division, the 2As, Kendrick is number 1, Lakeside, Lapway is number 3, Butte County is 4, Prairie is 5. When picking up votes in the 2As, notice Rimrock, Centennial Baptist, Murtaugh, Logos, and Grace. In the 1As in North Gems Division, Water Springs is number 1, Rockland is number 2, Mackey is number 3, Garden Valley is number 4, and Grace Lutheran is number 5. Picking up votes, Chalice, Greenleaf, and Greenleaf Friends. About 3 minutes from second half action. 6As in the boys. Boise is ranked number 1. Owyhee is ranked number 2. Post Falls is 3. Centennial is 4. And Meridian is number 5. Picking up votes in the 6As, Lake City, Cuna, Capital, and Thunder Ridge out of Idaho Falls. In the 5As, Preston is ranked number 1. Blackfoot is number 2. Twin Falls is number 3. Columbia is number 4. And Middleton is number 5. Picking up votes in the 5As. Lewiston, Skyview, Bishop Kelly, Pocatello, Burley, and Sandpoint. In the 4As, Sugar. The Diggers are ranked number 1. Trojans of Nampa Christian are number 2. Teton, what are they now? The Wolfpack? They're ranked number 3, or Timberwolves. They're ranked number 3. Marsh Valley Eagles are ranked number 4. Snake River is ranked number 5. American Falls, Gooding, McCall Donnelly, and Bonners Ferry all picked up votes. In the girls' rankings in our division, the Lad, number 1, Ryrie, number 2. Then it goes Grangeville, Firth, and Parma. Picking up votes in the 3As, Ambrose, North Fremont, New Plymouth, and Soda. 2As, Oakley is ranked number 1. Lapway is number 2. Butte County is 3. Prairie is 4. And Grace is ranked number 5. Picking up votes, Kamei, Rimrock, Raft River, Council, and Lakeside. Still about a minute to go. Both teams are ready to go. They just need to clear the clock and let them play. Throw the ball across the court. Be Soda ball? No. Savage's ball. 35-12. We'll begin the third quarter. It will be Pilkerton outside. He'll leave it for Crowfoot. Almost knocked away by Hanson. Hanson had the steal and he kicked it out of bounds. It'll be Savage's ball. Hanson somehow came away with that, then the right-footed kicked it right into the Soda bench. Pilkerton into the forecourt, picked up by Preston Osborne. Goes over to the right side on the angle to Allen, back outside to Crowfoot. And there's a steal by Cooper Thompson. Thompson behind the back pass to Q is picked off by Crowfoot. Crowfoot drives in, shot blocked by Miller. But I think he's going to pick up the foul. Should be Crowfoot going to the free throw line. Gotta wait for him to post it. First foul. No, I'm going to say Preston Osborne was foul. That's his second. Tanner Crowfoot at the free throw line for a pair. Shot is up short off the front of the rim. They are 2 of 9 from the free throw line. And they will get one more. Tanner Crowfoot 0 for 3. And that one's good. Anytime you say over, they'll hit the next one, or if you say perfect, they'll miss the next one. Deep three by Thompson. Splash. How about a 25-footer straight away between the circles? Why not? Crowfoot runs in. Hyde with the rebound, knocked away. Horsley drives down and quick. Matthews comes down and blocks the ball away out of bounds. Good recovery by Matthews. Or they're going to say Matthews fouled him. Second foul on Matthews. That'll put Jackson Horsley at the free throw line. He has 11 points. Shot up by Horse. That one's no good. He'll get one more. Just a sophomore. Shot up, Horsley. That was no good. Miller with the rebound. Kicks it over to Cooper Thompson. Thompson across the top. Preston Osborne three. That's no good. And Hyde down with the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Hanson. And it'll be Savage's basketball. It'll come back to Pilkerton. Pilkerton into the forecourt against Osborne. Over to Allen. Allen on the angle, covered by Horsley. Pilkerton drives, reverses it in the paint, turns, shoots. That was down, come back out. Miller with the rebound. Miller to Hanson, up to Osborne. Osborne back to Hanson, whips a pass. Horsley, three-point shot, over the top of the time clock. And that'll belong to the Savages. 38-13, Soda. 6:20 to go in the third quarter. Pilkerton outside gets a pick from Hyde, pick and roll. Thompson knocks it away. Hanson drives. Hanson to Miller, and Miller has the shot blocked from behind. Nice pass, but a good job by Matthews to cut in there and knock the ball away. Comes into Miller. Miller puts it up and can't finish it. And that's going to be, I believe, a foul on Miller. He's getting a lot of playing time tonight because McWilliams has that ankle. Harrison off the bench. Also checking in is Ty Baker for the Savages. Harrison checks in for Logan. 38-13. 6 minutes to go in the third. Comes out to Crowfoot. Between the circles, they work it to Allen over to the right side on the angle. Comes back up top to Pilkerton. Pilkerton drives on Hanson, cut off in the low blocks, kicks it outside. Crowfoot, 18-footer, no good. Hanson high for the rebound, rips it away. Hanson will work to the right wing. Back up top, Cooper Thompson between the circles. Over to Osborne in the corner. They work it to Horsley. Horsley back up top, Hanson right wing. Thompson open three. That one's no good. And keeping it alive, Hanson drives right down the middle, and I think we're going to get an offensive foul, and Pilkerton might be hurt. Doggone it. He is hurt. He's in a lot of pain. And that foul went against Gavin Hanson. And Wyatt Pilkerton, he's just a junior. He's one of their main ball handlers. He's still on the floor. So Gavin Hanson went right down the middle, and I couldn't tell what happened. Pilkerton was face down in the right under the basket. Now he's getting up. Looks like a leg, ankle, rolled an ankle. And they'll walk him to the dressing room. Yeah, Craig Richardson, the soda trainer, right there with one of the Salmon trainers. Yeah, he's putting weight on it, but he's almost walking like it was a knee. Looks like mom, dad gonna run over and check on him. Savage's ball comes into Crowfoot, 38-13, Soda. Back outside, they work it to Allen, over to Platts. Platts to Crowfoot between the circles. Drives in, lays it up, no good. Harrison, that should be a walk. And they're going to call a jump. Possession belongs to Soda. That's the first time I've actually seen an official call that. That normally you'd call a walk against Harrison. And they said Harrison was juggling the ball, and that's what I said in the first half. You got to have possession before you can call the walk or the traveling, whatever you want to call it. Illegal procedure, whatever. Sure. Comes outside to Osborne, over to Hanson on the left angle, outside the ring, high post to Harrison. Hanson, Cooper Thompson on the right wing, whips a pass to Harrison. Harrison lost it and just lost it out of his hands, out of bounds, under the basket. Belongs to Salmon. 38-13, 25-point lead. Thompson, quick feed, goal, kicks it from the top of Salmon's Key, clear over to Coach Fuchel. Into the forecourt is Crowfoot. Goes to Platts. Back outside, Allen. Allen over to Matthews. Platts. Working against Thompson. Man defense. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Osborne on the defense. Rakes it away from Platts. Goes to Hanson. Hanson almost walked. He was off balance, and therefore the pass didn't get to where it was intended, and is picked off by Salmon. It's on the right wing. Crowfoot double team, ball raked away by Martinson. And Osborne saves it behind his back. Martinson saves it from going out of bounds. Goes to Hanson. Hanson into the forecourt. Lost the handle on it. Collects it into the corner. Cooper Thompson. Into Martinson. Martinson with the left hand lays it in. Soda's outscored Salmon 5-1 in this quarter. Goes over to Crowfoot. Ball knocked away. Coming up with it is Platts. Shot is up and good by Baker. And he was fouled. Let's check. That foul was on Harrison, I believe. Where'd you go, Caden? There you are. Hanson will check in for Osborne. 40-15. At the line is Baker. Shot no good. Martinson down with the rebound for Soda to Thompson. Thompson, backcourt to the forecourt, working up top over on the right angle to Hanson. Backdoor, Cooper Thompson takes it out of the air and drops it in. 5 points in this quarter for Coop, 18 on the night. There's a pick and roll, and Baker got it back. Goes back to Francis. And tried to shovel the pass around one of the Soda defenders with one hand, and it goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Soda. Cardinals with a 42-15 lead as Cooper Thompson into the forecourt. Coop back up top from Hanson over to Horsley. Thompson, 3-point shot off the front of the rim. Harrison up high for the rebound, saves it. Hanson over to Horsley. Horsley, a 3-point shot. Thompson tips it up. Hanson with it behind the free throw line. Goes to Horsley. Horsley drives in off the right side, lays it in. 13 points for Jackson Horsley. Right side, they work it to Francis. Francis back up top to Allen. Driving in, shot blocked by Martinson. Yes, that was Galvin. Shot up by Soda is no good. Matthews down with a rebound for the Savages. From the left elbow, Thompson blocks a shot. And checking in is going to be Kyle Hyde. Ty Baker will check out. Hanson checks out for Soda, and Logan Miller checks in. Goes into the corner to Crowfoot, drives in over the top of Miller. Hanson tried to hit Cooper all alone. The ball was loose on the floor. Savages have numbers, but they didn't control the ball very well. Harrison is going to pick up the foul as he reaches in against Matthews. Matthews hasn't scored yet. He's one of the seniors for the Savages. That's just 2 on Caden. Shot is up and good. Brock Matthews will get one more. Second shot, got that one. Savages with just 1 basket and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. 44-17, Soda. Backdoor, Harrison up under the basket, no good. Miller tips it to Martinson, comes outside to Cooper Thompson. Harrison, high post. Martinson turns, shoots from the right elbow. That's no good. And the rebound all the way in, missed the shot, and Horsley rips the rebound down. Thompson up over the rim. They thought he was going to dunk it. He didn't get up high enough, but he sure put it up there with one hand. He has 7 points in this quarter, 20 on the afternoon. It is Matthews on the wing. Goes across the top. Galvin shot was, I think, partially blocked. Goes out of bounds with 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. They say that went off of Salmon. Osborne will check in for Cooper Thompson. Bounce pass will come into Jackson Horsley. Horsley looks right, goes left to Harrison. Osborne, 30 seconds in the third. Horsley into Miller. Miller guarded by Hyde, puts it up, no good. Martinson keeps it alive. Harrison outside to Osborne. Harrison inside to Landon. Shot is up, no good. Savage is down with the rebound. Landon Martinson shot up and shot blocked out of bounds by Preston Osborne. Maybe Miller. They were both right there. It looked like Osborne got the hand on it. Goes out of bounds. Francis with 5.9 seconds will inbound the pass. Man, that was a cute play. Didn't work. Almost did. I'll tell you in a second what he did. They don't get the shot away. Soda had the backs turned on roll of Francis. And he just bounced it off the backside, and one of the Soda players came back to him, but missed the shot. 46-17. Soda put up 11 points, and the Savages 5. So Soda has outscored in each quarter. First quarter by 16, second quarter by 7, and in the third quarter by 6. Third quarter was dominated by Cooper Thompson. He has 20 points, had 7 in that quarter, 13 at the half. Horsley with a bucket and Martinson with a bucket in that quarter for the Cards. The only basket for the Savages was Ty Baker. 1 quarter to go here on a Saturday afternoon at Soda Springs High School. Soda in their white home uniforms take the floor. You go with Martinson, Miller, Osborne, Hanson, and Thompson. Savages basketball to begin the final quarter. Ball comes into Platts. Platts from the free throw line, got it. Nice shot by Gabe Platts. 46 to 19, 27-point lead. Right side, Osborne fakes the three, back to Thompson, back to Osborne. Osborne up top, Thompson. Hanson on the left wing. Hanson, Osborne on the angle, 3-point shot. No good. And I think Martinson knocked that out of bounds. Martinson, he's a good, strong kid. Savages will bring it into the forecourt. It's Platts. Platts, 3-point shot, missed everything. Trying to save it was Francis, but I think he had a foot out of bounds. So the ball, as Cooper Thompson will bring it into the forecourt. Left side to Landon Martinson. Underneath, beautiful pass to Gavin Hanson. Hanson with 6 points. Minnesota to be successful. Shot up, a nice shot by Matthews. Either Thompson or Hanson, they have to go off. Tonight it's Thompson, and normally when both of them go off, they're pretty hard to. It's hard to beat the Cardinals. Hanson 3-point shot, got it from the left wing. He has 9 points, 2 threes. Outside is Platts. It is 51-21, 30-point lead. Nice give and go. And driving it in was Hyde, and Kyle Hyde was fouled. He has 7 points. That foul is going to go against Landon Martinson. Clock is running. We're in the mercy rule. Anytime you have a 30-point lead in the fourth quarter, the clock will run. And so Hyde at the line. Shot is up too hard off the back of the iron. Soto will bring in Junior Horsley, Mackay Browning, Holton Peterson, and who'd miss? Colton Peter, Mackay Browning. One more shot for Kyle Hyde. Hyde sets, puts a shot up, and that one's good. Hyde is 2 of 4 from the free throw line, has 8 points. Mackay Browning outside, comes over to Colton Peterson. Across the top to Caleb Hanson. Hanson up top to Junior. 3-point shot by Browning. Top of the backboard and popped in. They could have called that for hitting the piping. I might have called it. 54-22. 3-point shot is good by Matthews. 54-25. Caleb Hanson to Peterson. Back to Hanson. Hanson on the left wing. Drives in. Tried to pass it, but hit the side of the backboard. Into the forecourt is Platt. Shot up. Matthews. Hyde over the top. Hyde turns, shoots. Won't go. Got his own rebound. Put it up and punched it out of bounds. So Coach Fuchsel giving the youngsters. I heard my phone go off. There it goes again. 4 minutes to go. That foul was against Hyde. That's just his first. That'll put Miller at the free throw line. Logan Miller is 2 of 4 from the line. Has 4 points. Shot up by the big guy, rims out. Our second shot. That one's good. He's hit every other one. 5 points for Miller. Miller playing the low post. Long shot is up and banked it in off the side. 3-point shot by Gabe Platts. 55-28. Across the top, it goes to Caleb Hansen. Hansen on the wing, back up top to Peterson. Hansen, little head fake, drives, puts the shot up and dropped it in. Nice shot by Caleb Hansen. 57-28, 29-point lead. There's a steal by Pete, couldn't catch up to it, stepped on the sideline, right in front of the scoring table. Martinson, probably check in for Miller. Nope, gonna sit him back down. Into the ball game is Kohlberg for the Savages. Ball goes to Platts to Kohlberg to Matthews. Matthews swings through, has the shot blocked. Look at Miller go. Point guard fell down. Hansen is going to tie up Kohlberg. Miller with a big grin on his face. 6'7" point guard. I think he tripped over his size 15 shoes. 57-28, 3-point shot by Hansen. Short, goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Salmon. 1:45 to go with the clock running. Comes into the forecourt, left side Kohlberg, across the top Matthews. Working against Junior. They work it around the arc. Platts, Kohlberg, 3-point shot, caroms off. And Galvin can't control it, goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Soda. 1:20 to go in the ball game. Soda leads 57-28. Right angle, they work it to Caleb Hansen. Hansen, high post to Miller, back outside to Peterson. Browning, 1:05. Goes over. Pete with a 3-point shot, hits side of the backboard. Miller with the rebound, puts it back up and in. Banked it in. Another 4-foot shot. 4 feet away. He can just reach over the rim and drop it in. He used the glass. 45 seconds. Platts drives, kicks it back. Matthews, 3-point shot rimmed out. Galvin puts the shot up, turns around, shoots and scores. Good quarter for Salmon. 30 seconds. Comes back outside to Peterson. 25 seconds. Shot clock is off. Browning to Pete to Hansen. Hansen just going to dribble 15 seconds. Salmon will just let Soda dribble it out. 10 seconds. Oh, didn't need that. It should be, that's going to run the clock out. And that was a foul against Salmon. No need for that. They're going to shoot it. Yeah. They're going to put Pete at the free throw line. He was knocked down. Shot is up and good. He'll get one more. They stopped the clock at 1.7 seconds. Theoretically, the clock should have just ran out at the mercy roll. Second free throw is no good. They call that an intentional foul. That's why they stopped the clock. Now they let the clock run out. And your final sort of wins it 60-30, a 30-point win for Soda. So Soda put up 14 in that final quarter, outscored Salmon by 1. They still outscored them. The Salmon put up 13 in that final quarter. Let me add up the scoring for you. Give me just a sec. We'll see if we can get Coach Fuchsel up here. So give me just 1 second, and I'll be right back. Just kind of hang with me here.
Yeah, you too. Gavin, where's your bag? Oh, it's all good. Don't plug all their wires.
Let's see. I'm thinking I got salmon added up. I'm working on soda. Hang with me here. Okay, think I got it. For salmon, um, Tanner Crowfoot, 3 points, had a two, was 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Rolla Francis, 1 point on 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 points for Clayton Allen, 2 point basket. 7 points for Brock Matthews, had a 3, a 2. That was in the fourth quarter, and he was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 5 points for Gabe Platts, had a 3 and a 2. That was in the fourth quarter. Pilkerton, now 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Nope, didn't score. Didn't shoot from free throw line. I think he's the one that, to me, now I'm not a doctor, just play one on TV. Almost looked like a knee, yeah. So he didn't score. 2 points for Jeff Galvin. 8 points for Kyle Hyde. Hyde had 3 2s and was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Ty Baker came in, hit a basket, was 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Savages hit on 6 of 14 from the free throw line, committed 7 personal fouls. For Soda, 20 points tonight for Cooper Thompson. Hit 4 3s and 4 2s. Did I get that right? Yep. 20 points for Cooper Thompson. Gavin Hansen with 9 points, had 2 3s, a 2, and was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Logan Miller with 7 points, had 2 2s, and was 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Caden Harrison with 4 points, all in the first quarter. 1 point for Colton Peterson on 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Makai Browning hit a 3 in the fourth quarter for 3 points. Caleb Hansen hit a basket for 2. Jackson Horsley tonight, 13 points. He had 3 3s and 2 2s, was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Soda hit on 5 of 12 from the free throw line, committed 12 personal fouls. At the end of the first quarter, Soda led it by 16. It was 20-4. In the second quarter, Soda put up 15 points, 8 points for the Savages, and the halftime score was 35-12. In the third quarter, Soda put up 11 points, outscoring Salmon by 6. As the Savages put up 5 points, and at the end of 3 quarters, it was 46-17. In the final quarter, pretty even, but our younger kids got a chance to play almost the whole quarter. Sort of put up 14 points. Salmon put up 13 points. And the final score, Soda 60 and Salmon 30. We'll wait just 1 second to see if we can get Coach Tom up here. We kind of needed this game here tonight. Kind of get back on track. We've had a couple of rough ones. Let's take a look. Take a look at the book. Once again, the boys will play Thursday here against Grace. Girls will be here Wednesday, and that will be against Aberdeen. And so Saturday, next Saturday, the boys will be at Declo after the Thursday game with Grace. And the girls, let me find the girls. I got Aberdeen in my head. They'll be at Aberdeen on Wednesday, and then they'll be at Westside to face the Lady Pirates on Friday. And then Declo will be at Soda for the girls on Thursday, January 22nd. There comes Tom right there. We get Coach Fuchel here. I'll get my bag out of the way. Okay, here with that headset on. If I hadn't have been for Brandon Moldenhauer, I would have got here at 4:30. I know they announced it last night, but you put these headphones on, you can't hear anything. And I go by Idaho Sports, and that sometimes doesn't direct you in the right direction. We kind of needed this ball game tonight. Took us kind of a minute to get going, but we did. So give us your thoughts on how the game went tonight.
Well, like I said, I was a little nervous before the game just because we've been so flat. I mean, we scored, and I still won't get over that all year long that we only scored 12 points and a half. I mean, this is a high-scoring team, but our scores started to score a little bit, and this isn't a bad team. I mean, it's not a gimme. I mean, even though we did rout them both times, I mean, they're not a gimme. And our kids stepped up, our big kids stepped up, Logan, Caden. Uh, we brought up Landon Moldenhauer. We call him Marty, so I was sitting there stuttering. But anyway, Marty stepped up, played strong, got 8 rebounds today. So I mean, we're gonna lose Connor for probably about a month. So he's gonna have, he's got big shoes to fill. So those other big guys are gonna have to step up, and they did. We changed our offense, if you didn't notice, and it seemed to work pretty well. I mean, we haven't run it much, so we were a little bit ragged on it. But we got up and down the floor, and we got offensive boards, and we just kind of did what we were supposed to do. We took care of the ball. First half we didn't take care of it very well. We had 8 turnovers, but the second half we cut it down. So it's good momentum going into Grace.
They'll be here on Thursday. Defensively, we shut them down pretty good. Just 4 points in the first quarter, and then they only put up 8 points in the second quarter. Had 12 for the half. And I think that was mostly a man, so that was pretty aggressive on the defense, and that's kind of what really kind of gets the offense going.
Yeah, we were getting too comfortable in man, so we played a lot more zone tonight, just because I think we need to. And we, after watching tape of the West Side game, we seen that some little things we were doing, like we weren't calling out the screens early enough, and we weren't rotating right, and just a few things. But defensive didn't kill us. Like say, West Side scored 56 points against us, which we could still beat them at 56 points. We could score 60 points. We just didn't score. So we changed up our offense a little bit that kind of suits us, and I think that'll help. Kind of give them a little lift. And we tried running a few other things, didn't work really well, so we had to keep going back to that. But it was all right. We did all right.
A lot of good shots from the outside. Coop ended up with 20 points. And so coming off the West Side game, it was kind of good to see him open up a little bit.
It was. Of course, they didn't switch defense like Westside did. I mean, they switched enough to where they had somebody on him the whole time. But yeah, it's nice. He's been kind of struggling from the 3-point line lately, and we just kind of knew once they start seeing the ball going in a time or two that they would get their confidence back. I mean, you can't just walk up to a kid and say, you need to start shooting better. I mean, they're trying to make it more than anybody is. So with that, this game did help us out as far as that goes. I think it is going to give us a little bit of momentum.
Got a chance. The younger kids almost got a quarter in there at the end. The young kids that sometimes they don't get to see much varsity, and kind of good to see them get in the ball game and mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, we did that last time when we went up there. We mercied them up there, so they played the whole fourth quarter and really just kind of hung on. So no, we got a good group coming up for next year, so we'll be exciting for the next couple of years anyway.
Good Grace team coming in on Thursday. I made the comment if their last name is Smith, they got to have a green card to come past the wife. That I remember calling the game last year. Somebody asked me, "Why do you put their first names in the book?" And I said, "Because we had 4 Smiths on the floor at one time." But that's they've got a good program there in Grace. They've got great coaches, and so they have a really good team every year.
Well, and that's why is because they got really good coaches. Rory's about as good as they get. The only thing that they're going to suffer a little bit with this year's Greg Bergholm's not helping them, so that's going to hurt Rory. And I just needed to throw that in there because I've been trying to steal Greg from him for the last couple of years. But no, they're a good team. Like I say, we totally respect them. We kind of take turns beating each other, so we'll see how that comes out.
Well, have a good Saturday afternoon. It feels a lot better to get a W. That makes for a good weekend. Do we do anything differently as far as see what do we got? We got Declan. I have to look at my book. Um, but a non-conference game against Grace, and then are we on the road on Saturday? I was trying to think.
Yeah, we're on the road on Saturday. We go to Declo. I watched a little bit of film on Declo and Wendell, and I'm just, going to say what every coach says. If we play well, we'll beat them. If we don't play well, we're going to get beat. So, we need to play well. We need to have good practice, and we need to play well. So, yeah, as far as getting a win today will be nice. My wife will be able to put up with me this weekend, and because I'm pretty good powder when we do lose. But the kids are feeling good right now, and we'll watch a little bit of film Monday, and then we'll go to work.
Well, as they were coming off the floor when the starters were coming off, great big smiles. So they had fun out there. That's the main thing.
That is the main thing. You hate to lose that because you get into a deal where you lose, 5, 6 in a row or something like that. Then you get used to losing, and you don't want to get used to losing. You want to expect to win. So I think this will be a good boost for us.
All right, you got some good NFL games today, tomorrow.
I do. I got some NFL games I need to watch. Let's see how poor I'm going to be on Monday.
All right, we'll let you go. Congratulations for the win over Salmon, 60-30.
All right, Glade. Thank you.
All right, that is Coach Fuchel joining us here in the post game. Once again, final score. Soda with 60 points, led by Cooper Thompson's 20, and Salmon with 30 points. That's going to do it here. Glade Bullock for Sue Haley. Good afternoon. Good night, everyone.